Trees. Yes, trees. That's what I see.
Hi, my name is Ailia Perls. I have a degree in psychophysics, which is a branch of psychology that studies how our senses react to the various stimuli around us. Today I'm here to share my work on
So, today it's been like 13 years since the incident happened. How do you feel?
I can still remember it in patches. I can hear the crash, sirens, my scream. I don't remember my parents' faces much, but I very clearly remember the car that we were in. My heart still starts racing when I'm near cars.
That must have been very difficult for you. Yet, despite all those hurdles, here you are, still going strong. Volunteering, giving back to community, pushing through new grounds in psychology research, graduating at the top of your class. Congrats on that, by the way.
Thank you. It was long, but it was totally worth it.
Ugh, it's been so long since I've been in class. I can barely remember how I felt during graduation. What was your thesis again?
Optical Illusions.
That sounds fascinating. Seems like an area with great potential. Have you reached out to anyone about it?
I read recently that the Toronto police were looking for a consultant to help on cases. So I contacted them explaining my work, and they got back to me. And I have a meeting scheduled this week, so fingers crossed. Optical illusions are images that trick us. They make us see and experience something that isn't there. Or they make us miss something that is there. Here is Rubens' vase, a famous optical illusion. You'll notice that there are two sub-images within this picture. So you can either see the two faces on the sides of the image or the vase in the middle. Although you can't see both images at once, your brain will go between the two, seeing one as either the figure or the background. Here is another well-known illusion. This one is titled My Wife and My Mother-in-Law. See if you can find both pictures within the image.
I see an old woman.
I can see a younger wife.
Yeah, so you can see both here. It is to be noted that people will tend to notice the woman that is closer to their own age first before noticing the other. And that is the crux of my work. When we are presented with ambiguous images, much like these optical illusions, our brain will go in one direction or the other, and whichever path we subconsciously choose says a lot about us. Over the last few years, I have been experimenting with the utility of such images by custom designing these optical illusions, which I call Optillus. I can read someone's thoughts, so to speak. Here's an Optillus I made. Look at it briefly. Write down what image you see without showing the others. Here in this particular Optillus, there is both a pizza and a dog, with the dog being more prominent. However, if you're really hungry, you'll notice the pizza first. Thus, by custom designing these Optillus, I can catch people lying or read their minds. I found that this technique is more accurate than a lie detector, as there's no way for people to know what the second image is, or that there even is a second image to begin with. Our thoughts and experiences automatically make us more sensitive to one image over the other. I believe that this will help the police immensely and I would love to be a part of the team. A well-designed Optillus can tell us what 100 questions cannot, without them even knowing it. Thank you. Any questions?
What day can you start?
So, this is our office. Donuts?
No, thank you.
Right here is where you'll work. And this is where I sit, right across.
Garfield comics. Very nice.
Oh yeah, he's hilarious, right? You were right, by the way.
Right about what?
The pizza, the illusion, your presentation. I was so hungry that day, and even though I'm a dog person, all I could see was pizza. I think I even saw pepperoni on there.
Yeah, you know, I will admit that I couldn't eat much before my talk, so I probably would have seen the pizza too. But over the course of designing it, I already saw both images separately, so it didn't affect me.
So if you've seen the image, it can change the impact?
Yes. Our brains do catch up eventually. So the effect wanes with exposure, so it's best to only show the image briefly to people. There are some exceptions.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm. For example, if the image means a lot to you, like it's imprinted in your brain, like from a past trauma. So what's the meeting about today?
Oh, well, I'm pretty new here myself. Only been here a few months. But from what I gather, Jim's leadership style is pretty hands-off. He usually just briefs us on the new cases, and then we check in with him on a weekly basis. That's probably what today is about. He just wants to catch you up on the cases we're working on.
The case we have on hand is a child abduction and murder. The victim is female, 3 years old. Last seen playing outside her home. Body was found a week later. We do have a suspect that we're building a case against. Your job will be to help us hasten the process. He's scheduled to come in for questioning in a couple of days. You can do your thing, then we'll see where it leads us.
Well, you know, it seems like there's a lot riding on me for this. Do you have any more details about the case that I can have?
We will get you all the info you need to get started. Don't worry. This isn't like Hollywood or CSI. Cases aren't decided by one piece of evidence. We construct it piece by piece, which is all tied together by the prosecution. We're only trying your method as an experiment, just to see where it takes us for now.
Oh, my sweet baby. I should have been more careful. I know I should have. She was playing with her bear. It was her favorite toy, too. Wouldn't put it down even when she slept. Why would they do this to my baby?
So it's a crown.
That's the one with an intact conscience, let's say. Most of us see the crown, unless you're involved with the case.
Okay. I have some questions I want to ask him, but when I'm done, you can have some time with him. Let's go. I think we're done here. Before I let you go, my colleague Ailia would like some words with you. She's our resident Optillist.
Optillist? What is an Optillist?
You'll see.
Or maybe you won't.
You're up. Good luck.
My name is Ailia Perls. I am a consultant for the Toronto Police. This won't take very long. I just need you to look at this image briefly and tell me what you see.
Okay, let's see it. Why are you showing me a photograph of a teddy bear?
Excellent work today, Ailia. You did great. With his statements and a few pieces of crucial evidence against him, I think we have enough to move this case forward.
I was pretty nervous, I'm not gonna lie. I've seen a lot of interrogation scenes in films, but that was intense.
You'll get used to it soon enough. Hey, which way you headed?
Oh, I'm taking the bus, heading northeast.
Oh, well, I'm headed that way. I've got my car, if you want to ride.
No, that's all right. I prefer busing it. I'm not a huge fan of cars.
All right. Well, I guess I'll see you tomorrow morning at the meeting.
Oh, yeah, the meeting. Do you know what that's gonna be about?
I think we have another case on our hands.
Our next case is a potential murder attempt. Our plaintiff is a woman in her 30s. She filed a case against her neighbor, accusing him of trying to run her over with his car.
A 2013 Mercedes-Benz.
The neighbor has denied the accusation, and there's been a great deal of tension between them over the last few years.
So she wasn't hurt?
She was chased for a whole block, was able to recognize the plate and model of the car, even saw his face behind the wheel. She managed to escape, then filed a complaint first thing. That's her statement anyways. Our job is to figure out if there's any truth to it.
Hit by a Mercedes-Benz. That'd be somewhere to go.
I'd rather be hit by a bicycle. More likely to survive that way.
So what's the plan this time? Any idea for the Optillus design? She said she was chased by that car, and she remembered the model and the plate number. That must have been a vivid experience. Maybe there's something there we can go off of. You want to ride home? Got the car.
No, thank you. I'll see you Monday.
A 2013 Mercedes-Benz.
Thanks, Anton. Can you close the door behind you, please? So, you want to be taken off the case? Is there a specific reason for such a request?
It's just that
Ailia, do you know why I chose this profession? I grew up in a shady part of the city. Robberies, shootings, stabbings, you name it. You never knew when trouble was near. You know what gave me strength and peace of mind back in those days? The police siren. There's something magical about it. It makes the troublemakers flee, gives others confidence to rush for help, the overspeeders to slow down, lets everyone know someone's watching over them. That's what we do. We're here to serve and protect. If we give up, cases remain unsolved. Homicides, kidnappings, vehicle accidents, all go up. Thousands are left stranded. I know about your past, Ailia, and about your parents. We can't change the past. We can only live in the present. Why don't you take a couple of days to think this through? Then I'll take you off the case, if you still want me to.
So when do you have to let him know your decision by?
A couple of days.
You know, I've been working on some Optillus of my own. Optilluses? No, Optillus is more correct.
Any luck with the Optillus?
No, I don't understand them at all, but they sure are fascinating. It's kind of like that glass half empty, glass half full thing. I think our mindsets can determine a lot.
I don't think our mindsets can be changed that easily.
Did I ever tell you how I got over my fear of cats?
You had ailurophobia?
I didn't know that's what it was called, but I was scratched by one once, and I was horrified for years of cats.
How'd you get over it?
With humor. I just kept imagining cats in funny situations, and then over time I welcomed more and more cats into my life. Here's one thing that helped me through it all. Sometimes we can change the image we see. Don't give up.
That's a nice sketch. We could move closer if you want to get a better view.
Bob, this is Ailia. What's your schedule like tomorrow?
I should be free in the evening. Why? What's up?
It's about the case. Can we meet up at 3? I'll text you the address.
Sure. I'll see you then. It's kind of like that glass half empty, glass half full thing.
Lara.
So, why did you ask me to meet you here?
It's my favorite place in the city. If she was truly chased, it must have been really vivid for her, like you said. She would clearly have seen the front of the car with the logo, and it should be imprinted in her brain. If she doesn't see that on the Optillus, she's most likely lying.
What's the second image you have in there? The neutral one?
A cat. I got this. My name is Ailia Perls. I'm a consultant for the Toronto Police. This won't take very long. I just need you to look at this image briefly and tell me what you see.
Is this a joke?
I just need you to look at this image briefly and tell me what you see.
A cat? Why are you smiling? I don't see anything funny here.
It's just a matter of perspective. Is that an Optillus of a broccoli? Does that mean I'm eating healthy these days? Let me know when you're heading out. I could use a ride today.
Ailia, great work with your methods. Remember, the city needs you in the present. Speaking of presents, I got you something magical to remind you of our talk. Jin.
Trees. Yes, trees. That is what I see now.
you.